Hey everybody, this is Bridget with Purcell Strong Life, and I just want to encourage you in the Word today. I want to come at you with some scripture, something that I am working on constantly is relying on God and trusting in Him through it all, and not on my own strength. So this is Jeremiah 17, 7 through 8. Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord and whose trust is the Lord. For he will be like a tree planted by the water that extends its roots by a stream and will not fear when the heat comes, but its leaves will be green and it will not be anxious in a year of drought, nor cease to yield fruit. Now, this is the New American Standard Bible version. This is in Jeremiah, the prophet. And it just is encouraging us that we can trust in the Lord. So we can trust in the Lord, and our trust can be in the Lord. I think that is so cool. Because the Lord is where our strength is. It is where everything comes from. It's the source of everything, right? I can't create anything that God hasn't already planted in my head or planted in my heart or given me the tools and the resources to actually do, right? So everything comes from Him. So why am I struggling with such and such problem or such and such issue? Everything comes from Him. He is the answer, right? And when we trust in Him, and our trust is the Lord's, like, so for those bank people out there, those accountants, when you have a trust, I'm not a bank person, but when you have a trust, you put money and funds in a trust, okay? That box is the Lord. The money that's in the bank that is called the trust, and that's what you're relying on, that is the Lord. So our trust, we trust in the Lord, right? We put our trust in the Lord. I trust Him to provide for me, provide for my family, but then my trust is the Lord. So God is my bank, right? So it's just two different kind of ways to look at it. And then when we do this, I struggle with this when we do this, we won't be anxious about a drought, about any trials, about the heat of the day. We will still produce fruit. We'll still produce green leaves in the time of drought because our source is the Lord's. This shadow thing is weird. Because our source is the Lord's. If we're tapped into the source, we'll always produce fruit. We'll go through trials. We'll go through, the winds of the storms and all of that stuff. We'll go through it, but we won't break. So I want to encourage me to trust in the Lord, because that is our source. Okay? All right. I'm really, really focusing on this. Have a great day.